I'm sure Dr. Narayan is here and he would agree that there are a lot of females or patients who come with a lot of hesitation, even for that first thing. But if you have a supportive members of family who are saying it's okay if something happens, and why think of that bad, but let's get diagnosed first, let's get treated first, it gives a lot of emotional support. So thank you so much, William, for sharing that with us. I think that's an inspiration for a lot of people. You will not even relate to it and you will not even understand it, but I am inspired with it, and it really matters. Family members and especially your spouses matters a lot in these difficult times. So thank you so much for sharing that. And moving on to Dr. Narayan, continuing with this concept of people fearing. Do you get patients like this who are very scared to even talk about it, who are very, you know, concerned? Should I talk? Should I not talk? What will my husband think about it, or what my wife will think about it? How will I go and talk to my family? And how do you go through this? What kind of experience you have? Yes.
Namaste, I will say first and good afternoon. Okay, I am Dr. Narayan. I am currently based on the western part of Nepal, and I usually cater service to the females that lives in the rural area, western part of Nepal. So my usual patient, like the one I frequently encountered, is their first is their hesitancy to
Yes.
describe the symptoms or the problem that they've been facing, and it's not that they've been facing it for a few days. It's so surprising to hear that they have a problem, something they have not expressed to their relatives or not consulted even simple health worker for the last maybe 2 years or 3 years. And however, and there is another aspect on the sense that they do attend to a health worker. Like I listened some, it's quite disturbing to hear to listen that a symptom wasn't attended to in a proper way, me being a health professional. But it's quite common in a scenario that females, especially in our society where we have different taboos to speak out our problem, like you've already highlighted that we don't usually share our problem even with the family members. We keep on hiding or will less more of a hesitancy is there to describe what we are really suffering, and this has been a key issue. Each day I see a patients talking to me trying to relay things, and they are the first whenever I encounter a patient, their complaint is not directly in relation to their problem what they are suffering, rather they would try to relate the other way around and describe the symptoms. That's where you need to make them feel that they really need to describe the problem in a proper way. And the other thing is that usually what I have encountered in our part when we especially talk of those this preventive oncology, especially in regards to the breast cancer and cervix, CS cervix is a common dialogue or a common thing that is expressed by almost every female is that, doctor, I don't have a problem, so why should I get myself examined?
Yes.
So that has been my experience, and I usually try to speak to them that it's not something you need to have a problem. You need to get screened before you have any problem. That's what is a concept, and these are the things science has developed that we can always prevent things.
No, very true. I mean, that's, I think, one of our key statements, that why you want to come to a stage where you have a problem and then you need to get a scan done. Why don't you get it done so that you're
No,
preventing?
no,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
exactly.
know I'm in my 40s and I have a group of my girls, from school and college.
Mhm.
And I just posted there some days back and I asked, how many of you have ever got, a precautionary test done? And you will not believe, out of 30 of them on the group, none of them. And these are
Exactly.
about educated females who are doing well in their life at a position. And they said, we never thought about it. And
Yes.
some of them have a history, in the family of their aunts or their,
Mhm.
mothers having, and they still have not got it done. So we are talking about an educated crowd who's still that backward in terms of taking preventive measures. And you are talking about people who are not even coming from that metropolitan cities or something.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
it's a
exactly.
major issue there.
And the other thing, and then what I have noticed here in my locality is usually those females, even those who are professional, working professional women, or very well educated or very well to do society, they are quite hesitant in terms of what they usually believe is in terms of cervical lesions. What they have a concept is you get an ultrasound done, everything is same.
Hmm.
That is the biggest thing. I've been lately quite involved in letting the patients know, educating them that no, despite what you might feel that ultrasound scans everything, it's not a true fact that you need to get yourself properly. A gynecological examination has to be done. Yes, an additive information we will have through an ultrasound, or you may do any imagings, but not everywhere you will have that facility of imaging. It has a financial issues, a financial burden with the additional investigation. But least you could do is ask your doctor, or don't be hesitant in getting a proper gynecological examination, which we often see people or the patients attending to a health worker usually misses out. And the other thing, what I have noticed is like we do not take an opportunity. What I usually say is, I think once a female, a mother, or a married woman, or maybe a sexually active woman attends to a health worker, I think it's a preliminary job of any health worker to do a thorough examination. Like especially a breast speculum examination is then another concern. Like we often miss out. We as a part of being a doctor, breast examination is not usually included as a part of regular screening. And even if when we ask a patient, one is a patient's discomfort, the other is the patients are quite reluctant, like, I don't have a problem, doctor. Why should I myself get examined? I think this information is very important, that this proper examination, getting clinical examination by a clinician is equally important rather than getting other equally imaging modalities also.
Yes. No, I'm sure you go through a lot of challenges, but
Yeah,
that is exactly the one of the reasons we are trying to do this, that we circulate these videos as much as possible so that females or males are not hesitant to talk about it, to go to proper places, clinics and hospitals to talk about it and get themselves diagnosed before it becomes a problem. And I
yeah,
was highly impressed when last over my last discussion, Dr. Sonu told that in UK we don't have any more cervical cancer.
yeah,
They
yeah,
have
exactly.
reduced the percentage to almost minimal because they have made it mandatory as a part of vaccine for
Mandatory.
every female,
Yeah,
vaccine before 15. And slowly in last over the period of 10 years they have eradicated cervical cancers in
yeah,
UK, which is something we should start applying in rest of the world. And I hope it will become aware. So thank you so much.
yeah.
Moving on to Mr. Gyanu, if you are there, can hear us. This is honestly, your story is particularly, I don't know what word should I use which would be correct, but I was shocked. I was not aware of it, and I would say highly negligent information which I have based on the atmosphere or the current situations and people around me. I was not even aware of this fact that even male can have breast cancer. And you are one of the first person I have met who have gone through this, survived it, and going through it even now. So, if you may tell us your story, we would we would really would want to hear from you how you got diagnosed and what has been your story till now. Mr. Gyanu, can you hear me?
My net is problem. Yeah. Hello. Are you
Yes,
listening? Listening?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
I'll go back. Uh, my name is Gyanu Pakhrin Lama. I'm from Nepal, Kathmandu. My hometown is Kathmandu. I'm a single person. Oh, I'll go to my future back. 2016, my wife passed away,
I'm so sorry.
and then 2007, right breast nipple, the water is one drop is come after 4 5 hours, and then it's come. And then that time, me and my son both we are here, and I told to the son, my breast is like this, and then he told me his friend's mother also, same case. And then I went to the Chirayu hospital at the Maharajganj, and then I saw the doctor. They give me a contrast, and then they use the mammogram and the USG whole, and then they didn't find this is not a cancer.
Okay.
I'm okay. They give me a medicine. I take a medicine, and then 2018, my son went to study about to the Australia. That time I was alone, and the 2020 first lockdown in Nepal, my right hand side breast cancer, one spot blood is came from my Nepal right breast. And then I don't have my brother, I don't have my sister, I don't have mom, dad. That time I was alone. So my one of my cousin sister who work in teaching hospital, Maharajganj. So I told to my sister like this in my breast something happened for me, and then he called me to come to there check the Dr. Sujita Hirachan, breast cancer surgeon doctor. He's a professor of there, and then it's a long time they called me, but still I went there, and then after he give me a check to my breast, and he wrote the mammogram and VSG, and then I already got it. That after that, I went to the doctor to show the paper, and they give me you have to do biopsy, and then I do a biopsy. After 13, 14 days, is come result, and a doctor told me, "Do you have any your member in the house?" No, no, I don't have member. So you don't have wife, you don't have brother, sister. No, I don't have brother, sister. And then after I and he told to okay, I'll tell to your sister, cousin sister, who his name is Kamala. She worked there, and then they give me a paper, and then I came home, and then the other language cancer they call a carcinoma, you know. So I find what is this? Is a carcinoma? Oh, I don't know, but the main reason, and then I start see the dictionary, and then it's the carcinoma means cancer. So I was in shock, you know. I'm staying alone. So Ugon will see me, and I was, and then I am a very bad days that day, and then if I die, who will see my son? That I wasn't thinking, you know. So after that, doctor told me to, okay, it's not, it's okay. And then I'm going still now, 4 years ago, you know. So I'm okay. I'm here in Australia. Is a meeting hall here. I'm here in meeting. Come to the. I just want to, and then I will finish and then I have to go to the speech there also, man.
No, Mr. Gyanu, I can't,
Yeah, it's okay.
I can't even tell in words how I feel when I listen to all of this. And I really don't know how to express it. I am sure you have gone through this, and it is tough. It is very tough, but I'm so happy to see you better now. I'm so happy you
Yeah, yeah.
it now. So yes, you wanted to say something.
The main thing is you have to do you're strong, you know. You don't use if I've got cancer, you don't take in memory in your head, memory, you know, as this not. So that's why I many people, my friends say, you are a cancer person, you're gonna die. Mostly in Nepal, you know, the nearest neighbors, they told me. So I have to prove that I was a cancer survivor, but I'm still fighter. A skull fighter.
No, you are a fighter. I mean, I am so happy to say this. You are a fighter. But what has been your biggest, you know, strength during all of it? What is it you kept telling to yourself? What kept you have this positive attitude?
No, how can I say that?
No, see,
It's
today, there are a lot of people who say, I want to live. Everybody wants to live. Everybody wants to live long. Everybody wants to live healthy. But the moment you get to know there is something wrong happening, the all
Mm.
positivity turns into negativity very fast. And people look out for resources, look out for stories, look out for testimonies to motivate them. So there has to be something which I'm very sure which kept you positive. I'm sure, was it for your son or it was for someone else, but something would have motivated you to keep I need to live, or for my own self, forget the world, but I want to live for myself. Like I would say this, I want to live life for myself. What kept you going? What kept you keep that positive attitude?
That's why I'm strength power, willpower. So I told everybody to don't take the if I've got flu, if I've got cough, don't take in mind.
Hmm.
Just facts.
Hmm.